From translation, RSV Revised Standard Version. This 81 day of the year. Today we are reading passages, Judges 10 to 12. Judges chapter 10, verses 1 to 18. After Abimelech there arose to deliver Israel Tola, the son of Puah, son of Doro, of the tribe of Issachar. And he lived at Shamir in the hill country of Ephraim. And he judged Israel 23 years, then he died and was buried at Shamir. After him arose Jephthah, a Gileadite, who judged Israel 22 years. And he had 30 sons who rode on 30 donkeys, and they had 30 towns, which are in the land of Gilead, and are called Havoth-Jair to this day. Then Jephthah died, and was buried in Cammon. And the people of Israel again did what was evil in the sight of the Lord, and served the Baals and the Ashtaroth, the gods of Syria, the gods of Sidon, the gods of Moab, the gods of the Ammonites, and the gods of the Philistines. And they forsook the Lord, and did not serve him. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel, and he sold them into the hands of the Philistines, and into the hands of the Ammonites. And they oppressed and crushed the people of Israel that year, for 18 years, all the people of Israel beyond the Jordan in the land of the Amorites, which is in Gilead. And the Ammonites crossed the Jordan to fight also against Judah, and against Benjamin, and against the house of Ephraim, so that Israel was sore distressed. And the people of Israel cried to the Lord, saying, We have sinned against thee, because we have forsaken our God, and have served the Baals. And the Lord said to the people of Israel, Did I not deliver you from the Egyptians, and from the Amorites, from the Ammonites, and from the Philistines? The Zidonians also, and the Amalekites, and the Maonites oppressed you, and you cried to me, and I delivered you out of their hand. Yet you have forsaken me and served other gods, therefore I will deliver you no more. Go and cry to the gods which you have chosen, let them deliver you in the time of your distress. And the people of Israel said to the Lord, We have sinned, do to us whatever seems good to thee. Only deliver us, we pray thee, this day. And they put away the foreign gods from among them and served the Lord, and he became impatient over the misery of Israel. Then the Ammonites were called to arms, and encamped at Gilead. And the people of Israel came together, and encamped at Mizpah. And the people, the princes of Gilead, said to one another, Who is the man that will begin to fight against the Ammonites? He shall be head over all the inhabitants of Gilead. Judges chapter 11, verses 1 to 40. Now Jephthah the Gileadite was a mighty man of valor, but he was the son of a harlot, and Gilead was the father of Jephthah. And Gilead's wife bore him sons, and when his wife's sons grew up, they thrust out Jephthah, saying, You shall not have an inheritance in our father's house, for you are the son of another woman. Then Jephthah fled from his brothers, and lived in the land of Tob. And worthless fellows collected themselves about Jephthah, and they went out with him. After a time the Ammonites made war against Israel, and the elders of Gilead went to fetch Jephthah from the land of Tob. And they said to Jephthah, Come and be our leader, that we may fight against the Ammonites. But Jephthah said to the elders of Gilead, Did you not hate me, and drive me out from my father's house? Why do you come to me now when you are in trouble? The elders of Gilead said to Jephthah, That is why we have turned now to you, that you may go with us and fight the Ammonites and be our head over all the inhabitants of Gilead. Jephthah said to the elders of Gilead, If you take me back to fight against the Ammonites, and the Lord gives them to me, shall I be your head? And the elders of Gilead said to Jephthah, The Lord be witness between us, if we do not do as you say. Then Jephthah went with the elders of Gilead, and the people made him head and commander over them. And Jephthah spoke all his words before the Lord at Mizpah. And Jephthah sent messengers to the king of the Ammonites, saying, What is there between you and me, that you have come to me to fight against my land? And the king of the Ammonites answered to the messengers of Jephthah, Because Israel, when they came up out of Egypt, took away my land from the Arnon to the Jabbok and to the Jordan. Now therefore restore those lands peaceably. And Jephthah sent messengers again to the king of the Ammonites, and said to him, Thus says Jephthah, Israel did not take away the land of Moab or the land of the Ammonites. But when Israel came up from Egypt, they walked through the wilderness to the Red Sea, and came to Kadesh. Then Israel sent messengers to the king of Edom, saying, Let us, I pray, pass through your land. But the king of Edom would not listen. And they also sent to the king of Moab, but he would not consent. So Israel remained at Kadesh. Then they went along through the wilderness, and went around the land of Edom and the land of Moab, and came to the east of the land of Moab, and encamped on the other side of the Arnon. But they did not enter the territory of Moab, for the Arnon was the boundary of Moab. And Israel sent messengers to Sihon king of the Amorites, king of Heshbon, and said to him, Let us pass through your land. We will not turn aside into field or vineyard. We will not drink the water of the wells. We will go along the king's highway, until we have passed your territory. But Sihon would not allow Israel to pass through his territory. Sihon gathered all his people together, and encamped at Jahaz, and fought with Israel. And the Lord, the God of Israel, gave Sihon and all his people into the hand of Israel, and they defeated them. So Israel possessed all the land of the Amorites, who inhabited that country. So Israel took all these cities, and Israel settled in all the cities of the Amorites in Heshbon and in all its villages. And Israel took possession of all the land of the Amorites, from the Arnon to the Jabbok, and from the wilderness to the Jordan. So now the Lord, the God of Israel, has dispossessed the Amorites from before his people Israel. And are you to take their place? While Israel lived in Heshbon and its villages, and in Aror and its villages, and in all the cities that are on the banks of the Arnon, 300 years, why did you not recover them within that time? It was not I who committed against you, but you are the one who has committed against me. Why then have you come against me to fight? So the king of the Ammonites would not heed the message of Jephthah which he sent him. Then the Spirit of the Lord came upon Jephthah, and he passed through Gilead and Manasseh, and passed on to Mizpah of Gilead, and from Mizpah of Gilead he advanced against the Ammonites. And Jephthah made a vow to the Lord and said, If thou wilt give the Ammonites into my hand, then whatever comes forth from the doors of my house to meet me, when I return in triumph from the Ammonites, shall be the Lord's, and I will offer it up as a burnt offering. So Jephthah crossed over to the Ammonites to fight against them. And the Lord gave them into his hand, and he smote them from Aror to the entrance of Minnith, 20 cities, and as far as Abel Keramim, with a great slaughter. So the Ammonites were subdued before the people of Israel. Then Jephthah came to his home at Mizpah, and his daughter came out to meet him with timbrels and with dances. She was his only child. Besides her he had neither son nor daughter. And when he saw her he tore his clothes and said, Alas, my daughter, you have brought me very low. And you have become the cause of great trouble to me, for I have opened my mouth to the Lord, and I cannot take back my vow. And she said to him, My father, if you have opened your mouth to the Lord, do to me according to what has gone forth from your mouth, because the Lord has given you a vengeance on your enemies, the Ammonites. And she said to her father, Let this thing be done for me. Let me be alone 2 months, and I will go and wander on the mountains, and bewail my virginity, my companions and I. And he said, Go. And she departed, and she wandered on the mountains, and bewailed her virginity with her companions. And at the end of 2 months she returned to her father, who did with her according to his vow which he had made. She had never known a man, and it became a custom in Israel that the daughters of Israel should go forth to lament the daughter of Jephthah 4 days in the year. Judges chapter 12, verses 1 to 15. The men of Ephraim were called to arms, and they crossed to Zaphon, and said to Jephthah, Why did you cross to fight against the Ammonites, and did not call us to go with you? We will burn your house upon you with fire. And Jephthah said to them, I and my people had a controversy with the Ammonites. When I called you, you did not deliver me out of their hand. And when I saw that you would not deliver me, I took my life in my hand and crossed against the Ammonites, and the Lord gave them into my hand. Why then have you come up to me this day to fight against me? Then Jephthah gathered all the men of Gilead and fought with Ephraim. And the men of Gilead smote Ephraim, because they said, You are fugitives of Ephraim, you Gileadites, in the midst of Ephraim, and in the midst of Manasseh. And the Gileadites took the fords of the Jordan to Ephraim. And whenever an Ephraimite fugitive said, Let me go over, the men of Gilead said to him, Are you an Ephraimite? When he said, No, they said to him, Say Shibboleth, and he said, Sibboleth, for he could not pronounce it right. Then they seized him and slew him at the fords of the Jordan. And there fell at that time of Ephraim 42,000. Jephthah judged Israel 6 years. Then Jephthah the Gileadite died, and was buried in the cities of Gilead. After him Ibzan of Bethlehem judged Israel. He had 30 sons, and 30 daughters he gave in marriage, and he brought in 30 daughters from elsewhere for his sons. And he judged Israel 7 years. Then Ibzan died, and was buried at Bethlehem. After him Elon the Zebulunite judged Israel, and he judged Israel 10 years. Then Elon died, and was buried at Ajalon in the land of Zebulun. After him Abdon the son of Hillel, of Pirathon, judged Israel. He had 40 sons and 30 grandsons who rode on 70 donkeys, and he judged Israel 8 years. Then Abdon the son of Hillel the Pirathonite died, and was buried at Pirathon in the land of Ephraim, in the hill country of the Amalekites.